right, so we have 1 p.m. Let's maybe slowly start. So welcome everyone to the first SONiC workshop in Europe, I would say, at the OCP in San Jose last year. There was a larger event created by the Linux Foundation. Now we're here together, and I can see, a great audience, and it shows me that SONiC is a very important topic. SONiC is still gathering a lot of momentum. And what we want to talk about today is really how SONiC can help us, in our environment, how SONiC looks like today, what are the use cases of SONiC, and we also, of course, will learn from our experts here the different use cases they had, the toolings they were using, what does SONiC look as a whole today. So, talking a bit about the workshop agenda today. So we will start. I will make a quick start with how to get superSONiC. It's pretty short from my perspective. We will have a use case from the Deutsche Telekom presented by Jens today, following by an monitoring and telemetry use case. And this monitoring and telemetry use case is going into the direction of a tool which we defined as STORDIS. It's completely open source, and we will show what can be done with it on the monitoring of the control plane and data plane. Following on that, there will be Cameron presenting the Broadcom side of view, so going into the telemetry perspective of SONiC even deeper, looking at the ASIC specific features. So what can I do if I have real-time monitoring informations coming from the ASIC? Following on that, my colleague Volker Scheel will take over and give us a general introduction about SONiC. Then we will look into the GitOps based orchestration approach, and finally we will look into a use case of Credo, and Credo is creating very special cables which provide high availability at the end in a specific environment. That is the following point. So just to present our team of experts here. So we have Jens from Deutsche Telekom here. We have Chris from Weaveworks. We have Amit from Credo as an expert, and Volker Scheel and Kamel from STORDIS. So maybe a bit about STORDIS itself. So who is STORDIS? STORDIS, we are focusing since 2014 onto open disaggregated networking. Our core focus is really work with the hardware vendors, work with the software vendors, being an independent party on that side, providing consultancy service and finding the right solutions for our partners and our customers. Side of that, we have a development, of course, which we are all providing towards the open source field, and this development is just enriching, helping the SONiC ecosystem also to grow. Having worked with multiple vendors, as I was saying, for the last 9 or 10 years, we were, of course, encountering several things, and I would like to share a bit of our experience on that side with you, because if we look at the importance and why SONiC is key today, it is pretty simple. We did had a quite long journey there. In this journey, we met many providers on the open networking system ecosystem, and we started to work with all of them. So what is the main kind of concern or issue we were running into during the last time? The issue was pretty simple. We started to work. We have started to deploy larger projects with customers, and we figured out that some of these software vendors have a short-term, a mid-term goal of kind of selling their company, right? So they wanted to go just the VC path, you know, getting kind of the money out of the organization as fast as you could. So what does it mean for someone using the infrastructure today? Yeah? It's pretty hard because you always start to recreate your infrastructure from the scratch. Yeah? You have your deployment, your network is operating, running, you have your automation, you have your orchestration platform in place. Then this vendor is disappearing. So where do you end up? And I believe this is the biggest concern in the industry we see today. So where is SONiC coming into play there? SONiC is an open source project, and first of all, you get a certain level of control of the network stack itself. So this control is providing you a security of the way going forward. So even if you look at the different, let me call them derivatives of SONiC, where you have enterprise level of support and maybe an enriched feature set as well, you still have the control of your network stack. And this is very, very important going forward. Following on this part, you also want to have still the flexibility to choose your hardware platforms. And there are more and more partners committing to that. And we can see today company like EdgeCore with a full portfolio on the data center side, with full SONiC support, the community SONiC support, but also the enterprise SONiC support. And we can see Celestica following on that, and other players also rising there with a full portfolio. So you get full independency on that side as well. So what else is important, of course, in the SONiC ecosystem? And I believe it's all about the community. The community need to grow because only the community can make things happen. The community can enrich the feature set. You know, the community can bring the requirements, and the community can make sure that we have a standardization layer of SONiC, because this is something what was missing before. There was never an operating system platform which was de facto standard, and this is what we see today. So SONiC is slowly becoming the open networking Linux for bare metal switches at the end in the data center. And this part is very important. I believe if you pair this whole concept and you think long term about it with the support services and also enriching it with the features that required, you are getting into a very nice long-term model where you do not have to redo everything yourself. And this is about SONiC. I believe I'll make just a quick start. We all need to think long term because it's a long journey you're going, and it's about developing your environment further than always starting from the beginning, from the scratch in deploying any other infrastructure. So that's about me already. So I'll hand over to Jens. Thanks a lot.